The importance of Wilson's, at least from my standpoint, is it hits two major goals that I had as mayor when I first came in. With Wilson's being the anchor in downtown Greenfield, it was really important that Wilson's be a big part of any kind of downtown economic development that we do. And of course, they ended up closing their store. So it left that big space and challenging space. It was not publicly owned. The city didn't own it. A private owner did, who had a plan for it. And we had been in contact with him very early on and from time to time. Some of the things that he had hoped would pan out didn't exactly pan out properly. So for a while there, not a heck of a lot was going on. But what's important to me was the fact that it covers both economic development in downtown, also housing. And so the plan that came about eventually was the plan that is in place, which is the Greenfield Co-op, I think, was the original impetus for this, because they had wanted to move in there and in the ground floor and the basement, and that did not pan out when they were doing it on their own with the O'Neills. So that left them thinking, we have to go find another alternative. And they kept coming back to the Wilson's piece. We were also trying to find our own set of buyers for Wilson's that would keep it more in the retail sphere. And that didn't work either. So we approached TJ Maxx to see if they were interested in the building. I think they did eventually talk to Kevin O'Neill, but it wasn't really going to work. And of course, then COVID hit, and we didn't know exactly what was going to happen with economic development. But we kept going on, especially in downtown, because we felt it was so important. And there was so much money available then coming from the state to help downtowns recover from COVID. TCB, the community builders, approached us, and they by then had also been talking to Mass Development. So that's where the city came in. They wanted to let us know that they were discussing this with the O'Neill family, or certainly Kevin, and that they would be looking to the city for support. Just, yes, we support this as a good idea. The co-op was always going to be a part of it underneath their auspices. So the co-op on the ground floor and utilizing the basement, and housing on the second, third, and fourth floor. It is very important to keep the co-op downtown. It will be expanding. That was their goal. The co-op's goal was to have greater space, be able to have a larger product line to offer, and also to by doing that and being able to buy in larger quantity, they will be able to, help provide a little bit more affordable food for people in downtown. A downtown grocery store is really, really, really important. And of course, we need housing. So 65 units, new units of housing across mixed income is ideal. That is an upper story. It's what I envisioned for the city of Greenfield, and it's going to happen. And we're really happy to be partners in it. The parking area for Wilson's will be for the tenants and for the customers. So that is separate from the city parking lot, which of course then could handle any overflow. A piece that really didn't come out, I don't think, is the fact that they are also purchasing the space on Chapman Street that everybody refers to as the big hole. So that big hole will become part of the structure of the newly formed Wilson's. So that'll get filled in. They plan to build a building there that will have some retail on the ground floor and then amenity space for the housing upstairs. I think there might be some people that will miss the facade that we know as Wilson's today. It is by now a mid-century facade, but they do intend to remove that and refurbish the building to the brick building that it was. And I feel like Rachel Katz in the gallery, Greenfield Gallery, buying the Rooney's building kind of led the way on that, and we see how much better downtown Greenfield looks with that building renovated. So right across the street from there will be the Wilson's building, as once upon a time prior to the 60s or 70s, whenever that facade went on there. In 3 to 5 years, you will not know downtown Greenfield. I mean, you will see the transformation, whether it's the library on the east end, a brand new library, certainly keeping the existing library in some fashion, and the fire station on the other end, the Wilson's project being well underway. I do want to tell people that, you know, you're not going to see a lot of change in the Wilson's building right away. That's just not the way this is working out. You know, there's other pieces of funding that different entities that are involved have to get in place. So it's not happening overnight, but slowly but surely changes will be made. The Greenfield Redevelopment Authority, working with our procurement officer, Laura Phelps, has put together an RFP that will go out seeking a new owner with new, fresh ideas about what to do with the First National Bank building. And we really hope, you know, we have a big push on to put it into the hands of local developers, other developers, people that know how to do, it has to, the facade of that building has to remain historical. What you see, only better, because we took the clock down, and there's a couple of other pieces that are associated with that parapet, I guess they call it, that are in storage and that will be part of the refurbishing. The back end of the building itself has been largely destroyed, not 100%, but you know, it's just not in real great shape. Someone with a fair amount of money will have to buy into not necessarily renovating that piece of it, but building anew. But we're excited about it. I'm really hoping for some good people to step up.